Here at 9 o'clock straight up. That breaking news we've been following out of Sacramento this morning. A man is in custody after police drew their guns on him following a crash under the WX freeway. Camby Brown joins us live from the scene with what happened there. Camby?
Good morning. The suspect is now in custody. This happened about 30 minutes ago or so. The cops did have their guns drawn on this car, and the person was in the driver's seat, actually came out on the passenger seat, had his hands up. They had him back up to them. This is what the car looks like now after this crash. The chase started at Sac City. Now, at this time, we don't know why they were attempting to pull this man over, but we know that the chase started at Sac City and ended here on the corner of W and 11th Street in downtown Sacramento. There was another car that was involved as well. That car was able to drive away. When we arrived on scene, though, we saw one cop with his gun drawn, trying to talk to the guy to get him to come out. The driver was just sitting there very patiently, it seemed. At first, we just thought that this was just an accident until we noticed the cop with his gun drawn, and they were able to finally get him into custody. He started out in a Sacramento police car, and then they were actually transferring him over to this Los Rios police car. So we don't know if this is related to the college or exactly what happened. We're working on getting that information to you, and we'll hope to have it to you by the end of the show. Marianne?
All right, Camby Brown there. Camby, thank you. Police in Sassoon City have provided more details of the arrests they've made in connection with a woman found dead in a garage. Sean Bennett joins us live outside the police department there with more details now. Sean?
Yeah, and the chief of police spoke to us less than an hour ago announcing that an arrest had been made from that homicide yesterday morning that took place here in Sassoon City. Let me go ahead and show you this. This is a picture released by the Sassoon City Police Department. This is what the suspect looks like. And according to the Sassoon City Police Department, the suspect is 63-year-old Amarjeet Singh, who confessed to the murder of his daughter-in-law, 29-year-old Shamina Bibi, around midnight. Now, this all stems from police being called yesterday morning to a home on Blue Bill Way in Sassoon City. When officers arrived on scene, they located Bibi in the garage with major blunt force trauma to her head. Now, after hours of investigating and help from the FBI, the Solano County District Attorney's Office, and a translator for Punjabi, Amarjeet Singh, who lives at the house with his son and daughter-in-law, confessed to the murder after he told police he was upset over being disrespected and then confronted Bibi in the garage and attacked her with a hammer.
I would say significant sadness when we, for the husband, of course, and then the brother. I think clearly you have a situation where it's a family member who's involved in this, and came at a surprise to them of the fact that he was involved with it.
Amarjeet has now been arrested based on probable cause for murder, according to police, and already has been booked into the Solano County Jail. Marianne, we'll send it back over to you.
All right, Sean Bennett there, live in Sassoon City. Sean, thanks very much. Time now is 9:03. Cody Stark's got your forecast here. Hey, Code.
Hey, good morning to you. As we take a look outside in our Walnut Grove camera, I do believe that's what we're looking at, or something. There you go. You can see forever. Forever. Except for some cobwebs and some smuts on the lens right there, but that has nothing to do with my job. That's somebody else's. 51 is your current temperature right now in Sacramento, 52 in Marysville, 54 in Auburn, 31 in South Lake Tahoe. A little bit of a breeze, and this is as strong as the winds are going to get today. As we take a look at the Titan here, every once in a while you'll see some high, thin clouds kind of stream by. There's a storm system not too far away from us, but it might as well be a billion miles away because it's not going to drop down. This low up there is kind of the engine, and it's pretty weak. So the very tail end of it is just going to get a little bit further south on the state line of Oregon, and that's where it's going to stall out. And it once again doesn't have a lot of energy to work with anyway. This high, though, is pretty strong, and I think that's going to make for some really nice, extended, dry weather here in the next 4 or 5 days at least. 68 in the Valley today, 62 in the foothills, 49 in the Sierra, 69 in the Delta, 64 in the Bay. Everybody's going to get sunshine today, and here's your extended forecast. Back to the 70s, people. 72 on Thursday, 72 on Friday. We'll just keep it on going. All that sunshine through the weekend. Monday, 71. Tuesday, 68. Let me tell you the woman that changed my life.
Okay.
Yeah, I could say my mom, I could say my wife. Right. I love these women. But Mrs. Smith, my first grade teacher.
Mrs. Smith, okay.
She used to keep up with how many books she would read. Now, I grew up in rural Alabama. Yeah. Had a real strong accent. When I was 6, that was my teacher, and she kept up with how many books. I read 1,115 books.
Wow.
It was a record. The newspaper came and did like a story and stuff.
Oh,
and
Cody.
I lost my really strong Southern accent because of Mrs. Smith.
Really?
I have no idea what I would have been like if it hadn't been for her.
Well, I kind of want to hear that accent. Every so often it comes back.
A couple beers and some NASCAR. And go right out. How's your mom and in?
I now know the prescription
Yeah.
to get the Southern.